If it's one thing that I know, it's me. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't gonna do it.
Everywhere I go, the people really wanna know who I is and who I be. They stop and stare when they see me.
February 28th, it's Monday, and I'm in my home office. As you can see, it's basically the front flex space of the house that I converted into a study by putting up this wall and these doors. And I'm in here because I'm having to set up my home office today because I am actually working today. So I know some people probably take a few days, if not a week off after they move so that they can get situated. But I'm actually starting a new job today. So yeah, I have to start working today, but the training for the new job doesn't start until 12. It's currently 9 o'clock, so I wanted to get everything set up and then test out the computer to make sure I can actually log in before 12 o'clock. If you hear that noise in the background, that is the dishwasher running. This morning I got up and I actually I put the handles on for the cabinets in the kitchen that I had already drilled the holes in. There's still a couple of them, which I mentioned in the last video, that I at this point haven't drilled the holes for, and I haven't done the drawers yet. But the 6 or so cabinets the cabinets that were cabinet doors that already had holes in them, I went ahead and put those handles in, and then I went ahead and started unpacking my dishes so that I can get them washed, because these are dishes that I owned from when I had my own apartment back in 2013 or 2014. So they've been sitting in a box for a long time, so I wanted to make sure I washed them before I put them in the cabinets. So if you hear that in the background, that's what that is. If you hear that in the background, that's a truck. That's a truck driving by. But yeah, so my plan for today is set this room up as much as I can. Like, it's not going to be like set up, but at least enough for me to start work. And then I have my refrigerator coming today. And then after work, whenever that is finished for the day, I have to go get these done. Look at these, y'all. These are my nails. These are not tips. And they've grown so long. This one really wants to pop off, but I'm trying not to make it pop off because I know it's going to take all the length with it. And I'm not sure if I want to cut my nails down yet. So that's the plan for today. Get this room together, work for however long I need to work, basically doing training for the new job. Be here for the refrigerator, which should come between 1 and 5, and then go and get these done. Yeah, because necessary. These nails have been like this since the beginning of January, y'all. So these nails have been on my hands like this for 2 months.
AirPods on, can you feel the beat? I just wanna have good times. AirPods in, small talk's cheap. Now I wanna kill the vibe. AirPods on, can you feel the beat? I just wanna have good times. AirPods in, small talk's cheap. But now I wanna kill the vibe. Yeah, I gotta protect my inner peace. Not everything will deserve my energy. I'm a Steve Jobs, yeah, I think differently. I block out noise and all decoys that limit me, yes. And I'm fresh out the Apple store, the back secured. I just put my AirPods on. I need time to recline. Be with my own thoughts. Pulling from deep down and into my own vault. I find beauty in the melodies, color in the harmonies. Life is like an odyssey. Don't wanna be rude if I'm vibing, don't you bother me. Music is a medicine, and this is cardiology, yes. AirPods on, can you feel the beat? I just wanna have good times. But now I wanna kill the vibe. AirPods on.
I forgot to have the movers bring my work chair. So we're gonna be working with this makeup artist chair for now. All right, this is where we at right now. This is, again, obviously super temporary until I figure out exactly what I want to do with this space. And yeah, we're gonna clean up all of these cords eventually, but I just wanted to make sure that everything was up and running. And I'm glad I did that because I messed up on the setup of my computer, so we had to reset it to factory settings so I could start over again. So while that's resetting, we can go look at what we got going on over here. So here are, first of all, this situation right here is stressing me out. That definitely is going to need to get taken care of soon. Get all this stuff off the countertops because that's bothering me. But all of these boxes are boxes for the kitchen. So this is all stuff that has to go in my cabinets. I'm really glad that I did the labels because as they were bringing stuff in, they knew exactly where to take it to. So these are all the boxes that were labeled for. I said the dining room because I didn't want them to put stuff like in between the cabinets and stuff. So I had them put the kitchen stuff in the dining room. These are all like lights and things and other things that need to be installed. And then this back here is where I'm gonna have my Poshmark store closet set up. So these boxes are clothes that either have already been posted to Poshmark or need to be posted to Poshmark. Shoe rack for the shoes that I have posted, and then they actually had to, so these chrome clothing racks were already broken down, but these clothing racks right here were the racks that I had my actual clothes that I was wearing set up on, and they wouldn't fit in the truck because they brought a little bitty truck. So they actually had to break them down. So I gotta put those back together, and then I'll be able to unpack these boxes and hang up the clothes so I can go ahead and open my Poshmark closet back up. There's more clothes. All of my utilities are supposed to be switching over into my name today, which now that I think of that, let me go ahead and turn these lights off because I'm turning off over here. Let me go ahead and turn these lights off because now the bill is in my name. So we ain't gonna just have lights on. Hey y'all, so today is Wednesday, March 2nd. It is like 8 o'clock at night. I just got home from Walmart, and I'm not usually a person that likes to go to Walmart, honestly. I will like order groceries to have delivered to my house. I ordered some things on Walmart to be shipped to me, but if I'm shopping at Walmart, it's usually just because like I'm in a rush and I just need to get something and get out, and I know Walmart probably has it. And today I'm cooking I guess it's considered my first real dinner or real meal here in the house, even though I've fried a sausage patty for breakfast and stuff like that, but like I'm actually making dinner. And what I'm cooking requires a can opener. And I've been to my mom's house like twice this week. Today's Wednesday. I went Monday and Tuesday. I got a ton of stuff from over there that was still over there. Mostly food because I got my refrigerator, but also some other things from the kitchen and other places in the house. And in all my getting, I did not get my can opener. I also didn't get my salt and pepper, but I placed an Instacart order earlier today. So I got the salt and pepper, but I didn't realize that I didn't have a can opener, or I would have added it to that. So I went to Walmart and I got a can opener. It's a safe can opener. So I was just gonna go get the cheapest one so that later on I can go to my mom's house and get my real one. But I like the safe open ones or the safe cut ones because they don't leave sharp edges so you don't cut yourself. So I got that, but then as I was leaving the aisle, I saw these. It's a colander, obviously, and it's iridescent like my silverware, and I just really liked it. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe the iridescent look is coming back in style because I've been seeing a lot of stuff like that. I actually, speaking of Walmart, I placed a Walmart order the other day for them to drop off some food, and as part of that order I bought some pots because I realized after I was finished unpacking, or most of the way through unpacking all of my kitchen stuff, that I didn't have any pots. I must have kept them at my mom's house or thrown them away. So I ordered a set of pots, and I was trying to find the cheapest one available, And these were still pretty cheap, but I found, this one is dirty because I used it this morning. And you probably can't even see the color. It probably just looks black. But it's an iridescent pot and pan set, pot and skillet set. It's not as obvious as this one. So it's way more subtle, but if you look at it, you can see the blue and the purple changing colors. It's a whole set. Like I said, it was still pretty decently priced. It wasn't super expensive. It's probably less than 50 bucks. And so I went ahead and got those because it goes with my colors. And so I got this, and then I also saw that they had it in gold. And so I got the gold. I mean, it's stainless steel, let's be real, but it's colored gold. And I really wanted it to be like a different size, so I wouldn't have the same size, but they both were 5 quarts, and I decided to get both of them, which I didn't need to because I have a complete set of colanders, a small, medium, and a large. So I really didn't need these, but I like these because, again, these go. And then as I was leaving the aisle again, I saw measuring cups, which I need, also iridescent. They also had the gold, but I did talk myself out of getting the gold set. I was like, Keisha, you do not need more than one set of measuring cups that are measuring the same thing. But if they would have had like measuring spoons that were gold, I probably would have gotten those, but they didn't have those. So that's my Walmart haul. 2 colanders that I didn't need, measuring cups that I probably didn't need because I'm pretty sure I got measuring cups in the one box that I haven't unpacked yet. I haven't unpacked that box because my countertops are a mess, because I've been taking everything out of the boxes, putting them on the countertop, and basically queuing them up to be washed in the dishwasher because I don't like to wash too many dishes by hand. Call me bougie or whatever. So washing everything in the dishwasher, but it's obviously taking a lot of time. And so I'm leaving that one box packed, but all the other boxes that were over here, let me actually show you. So these boxes are lights that need to be hung up and some other things that need to be installed. But everything over here was kitchen stuff. So all the boxes that were kitchen things are unpacked except for this one box. And then I moved these boxes over here because these boxes were like in this area and like in front of the island and on the side of the island, and it was just in the way. You can see my extremely messy countertop right now. So I moved those over there so they're out of the way. Gives me much more room here to walk around. And then all these boxes over here are the things that I have unpacked. So they're the boxes that I unpacked with the kitchen stuff that was delivered on Sunday. They're the boxes that I went to my mom's house and got stuff from over there over the last couple days. Boxes from Amazon that have been delivered that I've opened up. So I'm going to break those boxes down. The recycling center is not too far from the house, so I'm going to take those to the recycling center. Hopefully I can get into the recycling center. I don't know if they're checking IDs or anything. I don't have an updated address on mine just yet, but if not, then I can just go to the recycling center by my mom's house and take all that stuff. This box right here, don't mind the stuff on the stairs. That stuff obviously I have to take upstairs. This box right here, I am setting aside for stuff that I'm going to take to Goodwill. As I'm going through all the things that I've pulled out, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to use this. Putting it in the box to take to Goodwill. And then these boxes over here have like paper in them, except for that box is my mop that I finally got. But those boxes right there have paper in them that I need to put in a plastic bag to recycle. Or actually, I think I'm going to like put them in a plastic bag. No, I'm going to recycle those. I'm not going to hold on to those. I was going to say I was going to hold on to them and use them for like, use that paper for like cleaning windows, cleaning mirrors. Y'all know how we used to do as kids. But I'm not going to do that. I'm recycling that stuff. I'm getting the stuff out of the house. Then there's some packages in the front. Y'all can't see that, but there's some packages by the front door, which are housewarming gifts from my amazing tax friends who, sorry y'all. There are some packages by the front door, which are housewarming gifts from my amazing tax friends. They decided that they wanted to do a virtual housewarming party. So we're gonna do that next week. In the meantime, they've been ordering stuff off Amazon. It's been getting delivered here, and I've just been putting it aside because I wanna open them when the virtual housewarming happens. Let's see, a couple other updates. In the kitchen, I got most of the handles on. Did that myself. I don't know if I showed y'all these already. So the one that I was missing before was this one because I needed a step stool. So I got the step stool from my mom's house and put this one on, and also this one. This one over here, I'm still not doing anything with because I'm not going to keep this cabinet over here, and I don't want to waste 2 door handles or 2 pulls. I also started with the drawers. So I think earlier I was saying that I originally planned to put little knobs on. They're not really knobs. They're like a T-bar in the middle of each drawer. But y'all excuse that stuff right there. But because these drawers are so wide, they're 2 feet wide, I felt like, there we go. These drawers are so wide, they're like 2 feet wide. I felt like that one little piece in the middle was not gonna be big enough. So I had some leftover handles, and so I started putting them on the drawers. I still need 4 of them, so I've ordered them. They should be here within the next week, I guess, and I'll finish putting them on. But let me get you guys' opinion. Y'all see all this stuff has to be washed. It will be done eventually, soon, because it's stressing me out. Anyway, so let me get your opinion. So you see these are in the middle. All these drawers are the same, the same size. This drawer down here is obviously much deeper. And so I wasn't sure if I should still put it in the middle of the drawer or if I should bring it up some. Obviously, if I put it in the middle of the drawer, then it's going to align with this. So it's going to be more stylish, I guess. If I put it up a little bit higher, it makes it easier. I don't have to bend down so far to open up the drawer. And even if I put it like, not necessarily up at the top, but like, figure out what this distance is, which I know, but I can't think of off the top of my head, and do it that same distance, I think it won't be as bad as if I put it up closer. I'm just not sure. I'm leaning towards middle just because it'll look better maybe, but then I think having it closer towards the top where each of the handles are the same distance from each other will also look good. So I'm not really sure. So let me know down in the comments, would you go with the same height from the top of the drawer, which would make it the same height on every drawer, but then the bottom drawer would have more at the bottom, or would you just put it in the middle because all the other drawers are in the middle? Let me know, because I'm leaning both ways. I don't know how you can do that. I guess I'm just standing straight up in the middle. I'm really not sure how I want to do it, but I want to figure it out by the time the other handles get here because I want to be done with this. The handles upstairs in the bathrooms will be the smaller handles. I'm probably going to return the pack that I got because I got like a pack of 25 and I didn't even need that many, even if I was going to do these drawers down here. But I'm definitely not going to need that many now. I'm only going to need probably like 10 or 12. And so I'm going to return the 25 and get a smaller amount because why spend the extra money if I don't need to? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think those are all the updates. Oh, biggest update, sis got her nails done. I know y'all saw me struggling, especially in the empty house tour. got my nails done, got all this other stuff, getting all this other stuff situated. Let me cook because I need to eat and also need to finish this. So I'll talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, today is Thursday, March 3rd, I think. And I'm walking to my mailbox. One thing that I'm not a fan of with this community, maybe just a new build in general, is this cluster mailbox situation where my mailbox is not in front of my house. I have to go to it. Could I drive? Yes, but I decided that I would use this opportunity to get a little bit of exercise in. So I'm walking. It's not that far from my house. It's basically the other opposite end of the street and then one street over. So I came out of my house and I walked to the next street. Now I'm walking down that street and the mailbox is right there. Might not even be anything in this mailbox. And yeah, there's nothing in there. So several people have told me that I should put my home gym down here on this floor in the other flex space. And if it's one thing that I know, it's me. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I have to come downstairs to work out and then go back upstairs to take a shower to get ready for work, whether it's in the morning or before I go to bed, I ain't gonna do it. I'm either just not gonna work out or I'm going to waste time because I don't want to go back upstairs after working out. So that's why my gym is upstairs and I'm using this flex space down here for something else. And what made me think about that is the fact that I literally just walked down the street. Like, my walk wasn't probably even 10 minutes to go down the street and check the mail and come back. It probably wasn't even 10 minutes because that's a long time to walk down the street. And when I came in the house, I definitely was not thinking about going up no stairs. Like, and I needed to go upstairs for something, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it later. So imagine actually working out, like, for real. Like, this morning when I walked around the whole neighborhood, I didn't even go back upstairs when I came in the house because I was tired. Like, not so much tired, I mean I was, but just also like, I don't want to work out and then go walk upstairs. No. Walking upstairs is the worst form of workout for me. I hate stair climbers, even though I have a tread climber, which pretty much is a treadmill and a stair climber mixed together. But I hate stair climbers. I hated having to go upstairs when I was working out with a trainer, when I was in cheerleading and we had to run up and down stairs. That's just the bane of my existence. I do not like going up and down stairs that much. And so my goal has been with this house that everything that I need to do in the morning before I come downstairs to work, I get it done, I come downstairs, and then I'm looking, if I look like I'm looking off to the side, so I'm looking at myself. Let me look in the camera. My goal with this house has been to, in the morning, do everything I need to do before I come downstairs, and then I'm downstairs for the day until I'm ready to go back upstairs and not come back down. Obviously, in this last week, that has not been the case because your girl has been up and down those stairs multiple times a day. Multiple. I've been in the process of losing weight. I'll tell y'all about that journey in another video. But I've been in the process of losing weight and I've lost quite a bit of weight in the last couple months. And my mom the other day was like, "You losing some of your booty." And I was like, listen, going up and down these stairs as much as I've been going up and down them, that's temporary. I'll get it back. So all that to say, yeah, no, my home gym is staying upstairs. Also, with my new job, I think I mentioned that I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I have a new job. if not, I have a new job. I put my resignation letter in after closing. Let me talk about that for a second, because so we all know that it's customary to put in 2 weeks notice at your job if you're going to leave, to be able to give your employer time to find somebody else or transition whatever projects you have out to somebody else and X, Y, and Z. And you're really even supposed to let them know ahead of time that you're going to be putting in a notice so that you're not blindsided. And that's really a good practice if you can do it, especially because you might need references in the future. You might be working with that person again in the future if you're in a industry that's very small. Like y'all know, I'm in tax. I'm a tax professional through and through, day and night, in my day job and in my business. And tax is a very small world, especially when you talk about corporate tax. When you're working with a corporation, like there's a lot of people that are tax professionals in some form or fashion, but the more you kind of get, you know, focused on certain things, obviously the smaller it is. And that's probably true in pretty much any industry. But yeah, tax is a very small industry. So, you know, it is really a good idea to put in a 2-week notice, but I didn't. Because, so the thing is, I closed on my house on Friday the 28th. I started this job on Monday. I closed on my house Friday the 25th. I started this job Monday the 28th. I was very hesitant to put in a notice, whether it had been 2 weeks prior to February 25th or technically with my last job, I was off this week to take care of moving. So if I had not switched jobs, I would be off right now. So even putting in a 2-week notice last Monday, which would have been the 21st, to say, you know, hey, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be switching. I was hesitant to do that because I was in the process of closing on a new house. So yes, pretty much switched jobs in the middle of closing on the house, even though I worked it out to where, you know, I didn't start until after the house closed, which is why I was extremely stressed out that last week leading up to closing, to make sure that the closing didn't get pushed back, because I had already pushed back my start date. I was actually supposed to start at this job on the 7th of February, but I had pushed it back for one issue because of something else. And then I had to push it. So then I was supposed to start on the 14th. Then that was around the time that I got the notification that, when I pushed it back the first time, was around the time that I got the notification that I would be closing on January 25th or February 25th. And I was, you know, didn't want to start a whole new job right before the closing, because I was afraid that was going to cause issues with the closing and push my closing date back because of starting a new job. And, you know, maybe they would want 30 days of pay stubs. I was okay with starting on the 14th of February because I felt like when I was talking to my construction manager with a lot of the delays, we had been talking about a mid-March close, which would have given me enough time in the new job to show at least 30 days of employment, 30 days of pay stubs. But then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, your closing is February 25th. And I was like, okay, that's a lot sooner than I expected. So that's why, you know, I worked with them and was able to push it back to where I started this week. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I didn't want to put a notice in last week or even the week before because I wasn't sure when they were going to do the final verification of employment. And I didn't know if once I put the notice in, if somebody did a verification of employment after that, it would show that I was going to be leaving the company. Again, I just didn't want my closing to be pushed back. And I'm actually in a job where I'm making more money, so it's not negatively impacting me in any way. Like I didn't go somewhere and, you know, making less money. I mean, obviously, they probably would have approved. They could have approved me for even more money. Not that I needed it. So yeah, so all that to say, because I was hesitant to put in my notice before closing, I waited until I had signed the paperwork and I had the keys in hand, and I sent in my notice. Now, technically, I did give a week notice. Well, I should say officially, I gave a week notice because I said my last day would be effective. I would be resigning effective March 4th, which is tomorrow. But I was already off this week. So technically, I didn't give any notice. And my boss, that refrigerator is so loud. We're gonna have to figure something out about that. Anyway, my boss took it the same way and she turned me immediately. So Monday morning, I sent the email to her like 6, 7 o'clock Friday night. And then Monday morning, I was locked out of everything, which is fine because I got a job. So you ain't hurting me. Anyway, so yeah, I was going back and forth between whether I was going to do the notice or whether I was going to do no notice. And, you know, there's pros and cons to both. You know, no notice is usually reserved for like if there's like an immediate need for you to leave. But they prefer that you do provide notice. My issue is if she was to fire me, she wouldn't give me no notice. But yeah, so my thing is like, you know, if my boss were to fire me or if my employer were to fire me, then they wouldn't provide me with a 2-week notice. They would tell me to not come back, period. And so when I was now I wouldn't necessarily just go around leaving, quitting jobs and not providing notice all willy-nilly. But when I was thinking about the risk versus the reward and taking into account, like I'm buying a house and if I let them know I'm leaving and, you know, maybe the day after I put in my notice is when they do the final verification of employment and it shows that I'm leaving the company and now there's going to be more issues and maybe delay closing. And with my particular builder, if the closing is delayed for any reason other than the builder, then I have to pay a penalty each day. Like for me, the risk wasn't worth it. So I went ahead and took that risk of alienating whoever and just saying, I'm just not going to provide notice. And honestly, I kind of feel like if I didn't leave, I probably would get fired because, child, that's another video for another day. But, you know, just say I was no longer enjoying my job, and it showed. So that was a long tangent, but anyway, my new job is going to want me to come into the office on Monday and 3 days the week after. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the week after. And so that means that when I finish the kitchen, which I plan on getting that finished ASAP, and maybe even before I finish, now I need to start going through my boxes of clothes and start getting all that out and hung up so that I have some clothes to wear to the office. At first, I was a little annoyed that I would have to go back into the office because I much prefer working from home. Been working from home for 2 years. Took this job, you know, under the guise of working from home for a while anyway. But then I started thinking like, you know, I actually do miss getting dressed for work. So at least this will now provide me with an opportunity to put on clothes that aren't lounge around, sweats, workout gear. So I'm not too mad about it. Just don't want to make this a regular practice. Eventually, I'm sure we'll be doing some hybrid thing or whatever. But right now, I just want to be here in my new home office that's super bare and needs some decor. Anyway, let me get back to work because somebody definitely just emailed me and I completely ignored them to talk to y'all. So see y'all later.